Self-made millionaire Steve Siebold says anyone can hit life's jackpot.
Steve Siebold is a world-class expert on mental toughness training for increasing sales, developing people, and managing change. He's a best-selling author and popular television interview guest on mental toughness for building wealth, getting fit, and excelling in sports.
Can you get desensitized? I'll give you an example. I grew up on the national junior tennis circuit, actually just like Bo Gibbs did. So we competed around the world in tennis and competitively on our way to being pros, professional athletes, right? So in tennis, if you're not familiar, you call, even in big tournaments, except for pro tournaments, you call your own lines. So you hit a ball on my side of the court, and I call it in or out. Well, what you don't know in the beginning is you're going to get a lot of flack for that. So the first time you go out, I was playing in California somewhere. I came out of Chicago. I'm like 12 years old. And I call the ball out, and the guy goes, "What? That ball was right on the line, you crazy? That ball hit the line." And I'm like, did really? I mean, I thought it was, I saw it out. He goes, "No way was that out. You're such a cheater." God, they call him a hook. You're such a hook. Oh my, this is unbelievable. You know, I'm so sorry. I must have missed it. Gosh, your point, you take it. It's like a personal affront to your integrity. It's just terrible. And you're just taken back. It's like you feel terrible, like you cheated someone, like your honesty is being questioned. And so you go, "Well, take the point. God, it's not worth it. It's your point." That's the first time it happens. By the 500th time it happens, you basically stand there and go, "Yeah, really, that's pretty interesting. The ball was out. What do you want to do?" Do you want to get a line judge? Or you want to keep playing the match? Or you want to just default and give it to me? I don't know. I got to go, though. You know, I got lunch in like 2 hours. So what do you want to do? You just don't feel it anymore.
Here's the bottom line. I don't know what he's going to tell you, because he hasn't even told me. But this is at the end of the day, this is what it is, you guys. I don't want any feedback. I don't want any pushback. Just do what the man tells you to do. He's a mental toughness coach. Just do what he tells you to do. And he starts pointing people out. You just do what he says. Especially you. And then he goes, "All right, Steve, you're on." I'm like, "Great intro. Yeah. Thank you. Wow. Came all the way from Florida for this." So I got up there, and they're all looking at me pretty mean and everything. You ever see the movie Wall Street? Michael Douglas, Gordon. This is 300 Gordon geckos. Nice people. They're really nice, but they're tough as nails. So I was like before, I said that, these guys eat their young, same kind of thing. So I walk up, and they're all looking at me real seriously, and I said, "Okay, guys." I said, "Well, let me first of all congratulate you on your success. Wow. Whew, since I seen you in Atlantic City, just great things. Congratulations. I'm not going to change anything you're doing in sales, because obviously you're doing it, and you're doing it darn well. Great job. I'm just going to add a couple of things today, and then I'm going to let you sell and do just what you do every day. You're not going to change a thing. Just a couple additions. So if you'll reach under your desk, you'll see one of these moose head masks." You just see him looking at me. I had to keep a straight face, or I can't laugh. Close the whole thing. So if you reach under there and get the moose head mask, and I said, and I've had these custom made on the West Coast, and they go right over your headphones. I said, so just go ahead and put the moose head mask on over these are Wall Street killers. Put it over your headset, and then it's got the little Velcro straps, which are very convenient for this. So put them on there, put the Velcro on. And then you just see him looking. I had to keep a straight face all the time, so I'm like, okay. And I'm wanting to laugh, but I can't laugh. So I said, now once you have, and they're all putting it on. They didn't say anything though yet. So I said, all right, now one of the things is you have to pull the top down, because it's important that you see the little eyes. That's very important. You got to get the whole effect here. So pull those down, and all of a sudden one of them said, "Michael, what's the deal? Come on, what is this?" And Michael jumps in. He goes, "Guys, I told you. Listen to what he says." And he had the mask on too, so it added a lot to it. Flopping around. And I gotta keep a straight face. So I'm back there going, don't laugh, Steve, don't laugh. Mental toughness, control, don't laugh. So I said, all right, you guys. Okay, go ahead, Steve. So I said, all right. Everyone have it on? Okay, that looks good. Those look good. Just keep the antlers up. That's good. And they're all looking at me. So if you reach in your front drawer, just one other thing and I'll let you guys sell. I don't want to stop your selling here. There's one of these clown noses. And it's a one size fits all, which is convenient. So just put the nose on. Keep your ears up. Gotta keep the ears up. You gotta have that. So, and that's it. They're all looking at me. I can't laugh. So I said, that's it. Just do what you do all day long. Don't change a thing. All you have to do is just keep the antlers on and the nose. We'll debrief at 4 o'clock when the market closes, and we'll go from there. Good luck. Go sell something. And you guys, without even missing a beat, get John Smith on line 2. Let's go. They forgot all about it. Okay, now come on. Can we do some business here today? Because you're killing me, man. I mean, I don't know why I came into work. I can't make any money on you. Jeez. And all of a sudden they'd break. They'd look out and they'd see the antlers going across the office. And they'd just break out laughing and be like, I'm sorry. No, I'm not laughing at you, John. I'll call you back. I'll call you back. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. This went on for 8 solid hours. It was one of the funniest things I should have brought these guys, the film crew, with me. I didn't film it, but I should have. Can you imagine? I could have sold it on television. It had been the new reality show. Wall Street, the reality, or something like that. So at the end of the day, we did the debrief. They went through the whole day with it, and they kept it on. They did exactly what I asked them to do. At the end of the day, we had them up here, and they were standing. I said, all right, you guys, great job today. What did you learn? Remember, young group, all under 40 years old salespeople, most of them in their 20s. And like some of the people here, as a matter of fact. So little guy in the back of the room, maybe 21, 22 years old, raising his hand like this. I said, go ahead. And he said, I got it. I got it. Message received. I said, okay, what'd you get? He said, we got to lighten up.
Here's my point. People say to me all the time in my industry, since I do more of that kind of thing than anyone in the industry, in my industry, people say to me all the time, everywhere I go in the country, anywhere in the world, this is the #1 question I get in my industry as like a speaker, trainer, consultant. They say, how do you deal with it? How do you sleep at night with all the criticism? The people call you names and everything. Matter of fact, Patrick emailed me after the show, and he says, hey, Steve, just saw the show. By the way, this is not a death threat. That was funny. These people say, how do you deal with it? How do you keep going? How do you get yourself to keep doing these things? And here it is, preference over need. Would I prefer? They said, oh my God, we think Steve is right. He's brilliant. I think we all agree with what he says. Oh, sure, of course. Who wouldn't want that? I prefer it. I don't need it. What about you?
How does a rich person look at money? What do they see? They see
lots of it.
And just available out there in the universe?
It's everywhere, especially with the recession. We have total chaos in the economy all over the world, world economy.
So they see opportunity.
They see opportunity because there's all these problems. Because where there's chaos, there's opportunity to solve problems, to make money.
Someone said that the rich, having made a lot of money last year in the stock market, and maybe some money in the housing market, the rich have an obligation to spend that money to help the economy. And you say,
why? Why are they obligated? I mean, these people didn't make their money robbing banks. They made their money solving problems.
Because it would be good for the economy.
So is solving problems. I mean, do people want their problems solved or not? If they want their problems solved, you're going to have to look to the innovators, the job producers, the creators.
It's interesting at the end of your book. It's something I've never seen in any book I've ever read in my lifetime, and I've read a lot of them. You have not a disclaimer at the back, but an apology of sorts, saying, look, I know I was tough, I was rude, even at once in a while I thought, hey, that guy's a jerk. And I agreed with you, right? Yeah, you agreed with yourself, you were a jerk. But it was almost like he was a Marine Corps guy that's kind of, there's no way I'm going to send you off to war unless I get you fit. Now, it has that sort of a tone to it. And obviously that was on purpose.
Yeah, when I did the second edit of the book, I'm out on my boat on Lake Lanier in North Georgia, and I read it and I thought, I'm a jerk. I mean, I'm really being a jerk. But it's not for the purpose of being mean-spirited or a jerk. It's really to cut through the psychological self-delusion that people have by blaming everyone but themselves.
If you could coach Tiger on one aspect of his mental game, what would you say to him?
It would be to compartmentalize, that he already knows how to compartmentalize better than anyone I've ever seen in golf.
Welcome back, everybody. My next guest believes in very tough love. He says, unless you have a diagnosed medical condition, if you are overweight, it's your fault. Well, hello and welcome, I guess. Please welcome author of Die Fat or Get Tough, Steve Siebold is with us today.
Thank you.
So the full title of your book is what? The full title.
Die Fat or Get Tough, 101 differences in thinking between fat people and fit people.
Okay, so you think there are fat thinkers and skinny thinkers?
Yes.
Fit thinkers.
It all begins with the way we think. It's all about consciousness, or the way we think.
At Mental Toughness University, all of this material has been brought together by Steve Siebold to help you be a better manager, a better sales manager, a better salesperson.
Steve just gives you so many tools to work with.
It was obvious to me today that Steve really did a good job at studying our firm.
We're just right now wrapping up the Mental Toughness University with Steve Siebold. It's been an amazing day.
We've just had a most unbelievable day here at Mental Toughness University.
The event was absolutely incredible.
This was one of the best events that I know I've ever attended.
We won back-to-back President's Awards utilizing Mental Toughness University.
And what I like about Steve in the seminars is that he's so authentic, he's so truthful.
This day has been incredible. I can't say enough about what it's done for us.
The 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class, my personal favorite.
I'm always amazed by the information that Steve gives us.
We have just finished our 12 months of the Mental Toughness University, have seen amazing results.
Champions take full responsibility for their results, and that includes the compensation they receive for the work they do. So the first step in the process of becoming a world-class performer and catapulting your compensation is to get into objective reality in regards to how much the services you perform are really worth. The secret is to remove all emotion from this thought process and see what you do for a living strictly from the eyes of the people who pay you to do it. The first critical thinking question to ask yourself is, how difficult would it be to replace you? The second question is, how much would it cost to replace you?